So quiet. Hey, this is Midge and Aiden for Fleckus Talks.
So what are you doing here today, Dalton?
I believe we have to amend the amendment.
I think we need to repeal the Second Amendment. I don't think that it's necessary. Other countries don't have it. It has nothing to do with good gun stuff. It was outdated.
I think the Second Amendment needs to be rewritten.
How would you, yeah, it's interesting. So how would you rewrite it if you got to?
I don't know yet. I haven't really thought about it.
You have the right to bear a musket.
And guns.
A musket.
Why just a musket?
That's what the founding fathers intended. They didn't know from machine guns. They didn't know from AK whatever.
But the machine gun existed 7 years before the Second Amendment was written.
So here's the deal. Weapons of war don't belong on our streets. End of story.
Why are guns special? I mean, should we have a Second Amendment for bombs?
The Second Amendment, in my personal opinion, is the most important amendment because it actually protects every other amendment.
This was a just impulsive morning thought, kittens, not guns, since I had the t-shirt.
Oh, well, this is just for YouTube, but I'd love to give you some airtime. Can I interview you?
I mean, I don't need airtime. I just want you to be aware that there are kooks who are attracted to these sorts of things.
Oh,
who don't
I know.
have their facts straight.
I'm saying let's give the kittens to the children and get the guns out of the classrooms and reasonable gun laws.
I believe that any gun that can shoot a big, huge round of bullets has no place. That's not for hunting. That
Wait,
is
what
for
do you mean by
killing
that?
people.
I'm just trying to understand what you mean.
What are they called?
I don't know.
Yeah. Assault weapons are the ones that have a whole bunch of rounds, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of rounds?
So what would you like to see? What would you propose?
I would propose, the radical view is to abolish the Second Amendment.
The kittens will love it.
The kittens might love it. I feel like the teachers union is not going to support this movement, but
Well, kittens can learn, so I think it'll be okay. One in each desk.
When I was growing up in Hayward in high school, we had police officers in our school. So
and were there any problems? Was it
well,
good?
there was always a problem with Hayward because it was there had a lot of gang problems with Norteños and Sureños. So the cops would actually be there, and off-duty police officers would come there and protect us. So I never really appreciated it back then because I was like, believe what these people believed in.
The A-19 or what?
The A-19?
Blanks on what it was, but yeah, I'm against any kind of guns.
So you think we should just get rid of all of our guns?
I mean, personally, yeah.
AR-15 owners, I am coming after your gun.
I just think guns should not be allowed by civilians. I think it should be police officers and military only.
Can you tell me what your sign says?
I'm just here because I don't really need a gun because I trust Hitler. He will protect me.
Okay, so what does that mean?
It just kind of means that you can't, if you believe that our president is like Hitler in any way or that we are capable of electing a Hitler-like president, we should definitely not just be ready to disarm ourselves.
I agree with that entirely.
How many gang members in Chicago do you think are NRA members? One thing. And then second thing, instead of talking about gun deaths, how many people do you think were saved by people owning guns legally? Not just officers, like actual people that own guns legally. And they wouldn't entertain that kind of that question, and then they just walk away from it.
Where do all these people get their guns and shoot?
Illegally.
Okay, well then, maybe we have too many guns on the street. We don't need that many. Tell the NRA to
Well, no.
make a difference.
Well, actually, the correlation is the more guns we have, the less. Oh, that was okay.
This is the most orchestrated, disgusting thing I've ever seen. They've got kids making speeches.
Support companies and stores who are pro-gun control and boycott those who are not.
They've got orchestrated signs. They've got all the permits pulled. I mean, the fact that anyone think that this is grassroots or that these signs that they're handing out are not so obviously pushed by a very clear agenda, it's just, I'm sick to my stomach. All right, cut.
Oh, you're watching Fleckus Talks, and look at it. They downgraded on the spoon.